Oh, shit. Here we go again.
And I promise you this, above all else, I'm going to be more obnoxious, more overbearing, and I'm going to make you all learn to love it because you'll have no choice. It's time!
Welcome to the Probably Wrong Podcast. Tony, Mike, Dave, special guest Ryan joining the squad.
Here we are. Good job. On the fly. 2 in a row tonight. All right.
Nice.
We are riding high. We're all talked out. We just did an hour-long wrestling podcast before.
Yeah.
Tony's yawning. We really need Dave to bring the fire tonight. You know, the fireman over here.
And Mr. Anxiety.
I didn't bring a Red Bull, so
We're in trouble.
All right, guys, get ready to take a nap. Well, Ryan's used to long podcasts. You got this.
That'll be all right.
All right. Ryan is joining us from the North-South Connection Wrestling. Well, I said it wrong, right? There's no wrestling in it. It's just North-South Connection podcast.
Sure.
Okay, got it.
And the
Nailed
White
it.
Eagle.
And the White Eagle.
Yes.
And Worcester.
Yeah, and Worcester.
So, Dave, how'd it go Sunday?
Oh.
The world wants to know.
Yeah, everyone wants to know.
I'm actually nervous
wants
to hear.
to know. It went well, but I have to thank Josh for that because before the show even started, he told one of the other guys selling cards about me, and he came over and was checking through the collection, and he liked a lot of my Brady stuff. So I ended up selling more stuff before the show started, and that was because of Josh. So thank you.
Oh, that worked out well.
But yeah, it went well. It was interesting. You know, when people come over and like, what can you do on this one? And it's like, well, it's right there.
That's always
I've already put my prices pretty low, so
The negotiation skills weren't really on full display.
I mean, I did. I negotiated some stuff, but some of it was like, I mean, you're talking like dollars. We're not thousands, you know. So it was like, oh, can I get like that $2 card for $1? And I'm like, yeah, sure, take it.
What do I care?
Yeah, at this point, just take it.
I actually have a question. Do you have any regrets selling anything or?
No, I don't. I look at everything I've got and I'm like, oh, it's just too much. I got too much stuff kicking around.
Just curious.
I just wish I could get rid of some of the other stuff. The Brady rookie I sold, you know, probably might bite me someday, but right now I looked at everything and I'm like, I could get rid of everything at this point. I don't care.
Well, Brady's value is what it is. That's not going to spike again until he's kind of dead, right? So
yeah. Well, Hall of Fame maybe when he gets into that,
true.
but
I think the only way it spikes is if the whole
the whole card
game has
has
another big
the-
spike,
yeah, you get that
right,
Kobe
and-
boom again.
Right now, it's leveled out, but it's still pretty. It's up there. I mean, some of the stuff that's coming out now, like the Jaden Daniels rookie cards, and people are selling a base rookie for $50.
That's crazy.
And
Numbered or just
no,
base?
just a base rookie. So when I pull a Jaden Daniels rookie that's kind of a fancier looking card, I'm like, shit, this might be worth a couple $100. And there are other ones out there that are going for thousands, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. So you hit one of those cards, and yeah, it's a game changer. But
So are you doing the New England for the Lobby March show?
I am. I won a free table.
Wow.
Oh, March 23rd, Dave DeSchulo will be back at the New England for the Lobby car show.
With less anxiety.
with a different game plan.
It's
Different-
season bet now.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a pro. The anxiety, the nervousness is gone.
Yeah. I got it done, and
Did you get there, sit down, and go, man, I should have never said that to those
I
guys?
feel like an idiot.
I after I said it, I was like, that wasn't the right word to use because
Too
I
late.
just
Because Tony
On video.
immediately jumped.
before yes, Tony jumped down my throat immediately, and you know, just. But whenever I do something for a first time, I guess it's not nervousness, but I call it nervousness, and once I do it, then it's Oh, all right. This is nothing.
What's the proper word? I don't know. You nailed so many big words
so many
in
good
the
words earlier.
I see. You saved all those good words for that show.
I think he's nervous.
He's nervous.
I've met my quota. I just
There you
act
go.
like Worcester.
There you go. So it's like, when we go to play pickleball, I'll be like, how's this going to go? And then I'll go out there and suck and fall down a few times and be like, oh, yeah, it's exactly what I thought was going to happen.
Dave, you could be a pro at the pickleball.
Yeah.
I'm guessing no.
I'm going to venture to that.
You guys have a lot of confidence in you.
And not at pickleball.
I don't have a lot of confidence in me in
Yeah, it's
anything.
probably something he's struggled with his whole life, and I don't see him excelling
pickleball?
at pickleball.
The confidence,
Yeah,
the
definitely
confidence, or the athleticism.
pickleball. Yeah, maybe a little bit of both.
Do you think the 85-year-old ringer that you were talking about was going to take care of him?
The 85-year-old...
Ringer from the nursing home that you were talking about last time.
Oh, my buddy? You would smoke him.
The one that swim with the
I mean,
sharks.
Yeah, he's good. He's really good.
I mean, I move like a 90-year-old, so
Yeah.
you know.
Is he shoot 85 years old?
He's 85, yeah. Retired
right.
FBI. He's actually pretty good. If he plays like a newcomer, he'll smoke him every time. He puts spin on the ball. He angles it. It's pretty good.
Yeah. So it wouldn't just be me. I mean,
No,
Michael as well.
When I played with him early on, he was smoking me. He had me running around like a chicken with my head cut
The
off.
worst thing that could happen is if we team up, Dave, and you and I are on the same team.
I know.
Yeah, we would
It'd
try
be
not to
so
get that.
bad.
You know,
No.
we'd give like one veteran each, you know.
Yeah. Well, the wife wants to come check it out.
Right.
So we'll see. You know.
All right, yeah, we should play.
Do you want to make the trip from Worcester when we do this?
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see,
all
yeah.
right. Hey, you know what? The winner gets a championship belt.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Tag team championship.
Oh, that would actually be good. I like that.
I think
you
we
know?
should do a
So
tournament.
when we do
make
the
a
actual
belt.
probably wrong pickleball tournament, we need the belts.
Belts.
Tag team
Yes.
belts.
Well, we'd have people buy in.
You're right. It would have to be a tag team
Yeah,
belt.
we'd have people buy in, and then we'd buy like nice belts that people want to like win.
Yeah.
So have like a $30 buy-in, and then all of a sudden we can get people $300 belts.
Yeah. That's it. I like that. I mean, I'd want to do it just for that belt.
Absolutely.
I know. You might catch me out there practicing.
But you'd probably lose, so.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. When it comes to athleticism, it doesn't run strong with this one.
Yes.
You know, in basketball, I picked my corner and stood there because I could make that shot. You know.
I could see Mike turning it into like a WWE thing where he goes over and like knocks the guy down and takes the belt, and he's like, "It's mine now."
Yeah, we could. It'd be good for the show.
Not anymore. I've turned over a new leaf. You know, I am very, treat people how you want to be treated. That's my rest of my life slogan.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll
long
see
that
how that
lasts.
goes.
Nope, it's done. I've said it. It's a matter of fact. It's done.
We're slow at work right now, so you don't have like a crew of misfits working for you.
I know that's going to be the
So
true
it's very
test.
easy to say this right now. You know,
That's going to be the true test.
wait till you got a 20-man crew. You're like, I can't take it anymore.
That's interesting.
So,
We'll cross that bridge when it comes.
yes, we will. Hopefully.
All right, good, Dave. I'm glad that you had a good card show because I was actually thinking if you had a bad card show, it was going to carry over to today's show, and I don't think it would have went well.
No, we're already tired as it is. And
Yeah.
then to get to press the Shulo,
Yeah.
that would have sucked.
Oh man, that would have been
Yeah.
horrible.
Terrible show.
The only really bad thing was that Josh was not kidding when he said nobody was into hockey. I found like 3 people that were looking for hockey stuff, and 2 of them were looking for a specific. One was looking for Oveckin, and one was looking for Colorado Avalanche. And I'm like, I got like 2 Ovechkins and
Like the whole
probably
team
4 or 5
No Joe Sakic?
Avalanche.
was the person
I do
looking
have a Sakic.
for the Colorado Avalanche 9,
No, these were older guys.
and he just said I'm looking for the Colorado Avalanche.
Yes, he was
Okay.
looking for McKinnon's, and he didn't know who Landeskog was, but
Neither do I.
Cale Makar, a few other guys, and I'm like,
what
oh,
Trey
I
Ray
actually
Bork
do
to,
have
right?
some of those.
What?
That's who we traded Ray Bork to, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the one.
Not for
the one
Landeskog.
Cup he has. He was a really good player, and up until a couple of years ago, he had a major injury, and he hasn't been back since. So,
All right. Well, now the people know.
Yeah.
yeah, now you know.
Sure they all care.
Did you guys catch that the Patriots once again ranked almost worst in the NFLPA?
They actually got worse this year. They went from 29 to 31.
And do you remember last year we did this show around the same time, and I played the cut of Robert Kraft saying that this wouldn't happen again. Saying, "Oh, this must have happened early in the spring when they took this because we're already getting better."
Yeah.
And now they're worst again.
Yeah. No, I heard no Wi-Fi on the phone on the planes.
Yep.
Right.
When you're traveling to the away games, no Wi-Fi.
No Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
On those big, beautiful planes that basically is just a nice sticker.
Right.
I had Wi-Fi on my buses when I traveled to my high school games.
I don't really believe anything that Robert Kraft says.
We've learned that as we've gone.
Yeah, and it seems like some people are still willing to give him a break, and it's like, how do you give this guy a break? He spends
year after year.
the least amount of money.
So I have the grades right here. Locker room, they were a C-. They were in the third tier. All right. Treatment of families, they were ranked C+ this year. Okay.
Ooh.
Solid Robert Kraft.
C+. Ownership grades, D.
D. How do you like
And
that?
this is the one that kind of blew me away. Head coaching grades for last year, B+.
B+.
Including,
For Mayo?
That's right. That's
are you sure that's not
The
including?
players loved him.
Oh, the players vote.
Yeah, this is a
The
players thing, right?
all right. So
Okay,
that's,
all right.
So I will
He's a
take,
former player, yeah.
and I will take what they have to say about the facility and stuff. But when it comes to their coach, they're going to be a little biased.
Right.
Yeah, I think
B+.
so.
Probably the worst football coach we've seen in the last 30 years.
Yeah, quite some time. It was
Yeah.
absolutely awful.
Horrible.
But how could you let yourself and your team just... one of the big things last year that they talked about was like their family facilities, right? Do you remember
Yeah.
him coming out and we were talking about like how could you do that? Like you have all these players, and it's like the one easiest thing that you could upgrade.
Yeah, he was very likable. He's a politician. He
Yeah.
just says what we want to hear and then does nothing about it.
Yeah.
You know,
Bologna and cheese sandwiches for the guys.
Yeah,
Bologna and cheese,
I
yeah.
remember that.
And then he was talking about this new, their new facility that they were building, this $50 million facility, this new workout training center and everything. And you're still ranked down the bottom.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
just,
did they ever build that facility, or did he just talk about
honestly, I don't even know.
it? Yeah,
I don't even know if they
haven't
broke
heard
ground
about
on it.
Right. I remember
I don't
him
think they
saying
have.
it, but I haven't
Yeah.
seen pictures.
No, they spent all that money on that lighthouse, which
Yeah.
is like an
Right.
event thing.
Didn't really bring up their NFLPA grade. You know what? You know what the problem was? Not enough of these guys got to ring the bell.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
Well, that lighthouse is for them. It's not for.
Yes, it's not for the team.
It's not for the team.
Well, maybe if they let some more guys ring the bell, that
Yeah,
grade
yeah.
would have gone up. Huh?
Perhaps.
No, but the money he makes it's all interconnected. It's not like he has a separate, account for building stuff like this, and then a separate account for his football team, and a separate account for his Revolution team. I mean, he has the money to spend where he wants to spend it. It's coming from one of these things he's making money off of, and he's choosing not to spend money on his football team. They had one of the lowest salaries in the league
For a while, too.
again last year. They're, horrendous. What, 5 years now?
Yeah.
We've watched terrible football, and we all, because we're Patriot fans and we watched the 20 years of greatness, we stick around thinking it's going to change.
Keith chimes in. Unfortunately, lighthouses was not a category. You're
No,
right. They would
Maybe
have got an
next
A
year,
on that
maybe
one.
next
It's a
year,
pretty
yeah.
nice looking lighthouse.
Yeah,
you
the thing
know?
looks awesome.
But and then it just keeps getting worse because did you hear any of Wolf's comments today?
I did on the drive over.
And what got me, and what we have written on the big board up there, is how he made it a point to say that everything all goes through me. And that's not, what a Patriot fan, I think, wants to hear.
Right. I don't even know if it's really true because he sounded very weak when he was saying it. And then Vrabel the day before said, if I didn't have decision-making skills, I wouldn't be here.
Right.
So they're already kind of contradicting each other. It's just, this franchise has been a
And
mess.
he had said that he had talked with Vrabel and that
Yeah.
he was in charge.
I think they're presenting Wolf as the fall guy if things don't perk up right away with Vrabel, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, he would have to be the fall guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's already on the shit
Because
list.
he's the carryover.
Yeah, he's
So-
the carryover to be the fall guy as we transition Vrabel into where he needs to go. Because it's not going to be smooth sailing right away. It is going to be a bumpy road. It's just going to be a shorter road with Vrabel, hopefully.
I don't even think there's going to be much of a road if they don't start signing, or when the time comes, if they don't sign some top-tier free agents.
They have to.
Which
Yeah.
Vrabel
They have to.
said the other day. I mean, he was all in. I mean, I have his exact thing right here. Mike Vrabel said he expects the team to be aggressive in free agency and believes the team can be competitive in compensation and opportunity for playing time.
Gerard Mayo said the same thing, and then he wasn't able to spend money.
Right.
Remember he said, we're going to weaponize the offense?
Right. Was that him or Wolf who said that?
It was Gerard Mayo.
Okay.
Yeah. So and he was talking about free agency, and then he had to come back 2 or 3 days later because he was spoken to, I'm sure, by the Kraft, saying, well, by weaponizing the offense, I meant you could do it through the draft. And
Well, they swung and missed right there in the second round.
Yeah. It was a
I don't think Vrabel's a guy that's going to come back. Do you know what I mean? Like
no,
Vrabel,
I think he's going to own his words.
yes.
Yeah.
And I think if they fall short, Vrabel's going to call out ownership, and
100%.
there's your like Wolf's not even going to make it to the season.
Right.
So
Vrabel is who he is, and he is determined.
yes,
And I think a lot of people have a lot of respect for him around the league, that guys are going to come here wanting to play for him, maybe not looking at the team as like, they're going to suck again, but just, I want to play with Vrabel. I played with him before and I want to play with him again, or guys that just know him and want to come here. And I mean, there's rumors that go around everywhere.
Keith chimes in. He goes, hopefully an upper level free agent that also likes lighthouses.
Yeah. That's what we need.
But I just think, look at what already this year. Vrabel was able to put together pretty quickly, I would say for the most part, a pretty good coaching staff.
Good coaching staff, yeah.
And last year going through this, we couldn't find anybody to come here.
Yeah.
They overpay assistants to the assistants to get him here.
Right, and we were, what'd you say, 10, 12 in, even for like an offensive coordinator?
Yep,
And
yep.
this year, it was bing, bang, boom, off the board. Vrabel called his guys, and I know there was a lot of back and forth before if Vrabel really wasn't, if McDaniels really wasn't Vrabel's guy, but Vrabel just came out the other day and said he wanted him in Cleveland.
Okay.
So I think that put a little stamp on it, or even if it isn't, he did the proper PR to be like, you know what, let's end this right now, and McDaniels is my guy.
Yeah.
But already,
It seems like a more like
functional-
well-oiled machine,
Yes.
right?
Guy or not, I feel that he respects Daniels in that role as
Yeah.
offensive
yes,
coordinator.
100%.
That's all you
100%.
really need.
Right. And I think that already puts us going into next season. Even with the team that we have, I think we said, if we kept this baseline, you got 2 more wins with this team.
Yeah.
Just the way it is.
Yep.
And we sprinkle in some free agents. It looks like Amari Cooper seems to be one of the guys that's linked. I think we all like Amari Cooper, but I don't think he should be their... If he's their top target, I don't like that.
What price are we talking about? That's what
They have the
Yeah,
money
depends
right now,
on the
Ryan.
money with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't overpay for
year-wise,
Amari
I wouldn't
Cooper,
overpay him.
but you got Deebo Samuel that wants out of San
That'd
Francisco,
be
wants
nice.
a fresh start. You've got all these other bigger names that are looking for trades or been given permission to seek trades. That
What about 2 pretty good guys like Amari Cooper and Cooper Kupp?
See, that I'm fine with.
If you had 2 of them, then I'd be okay
Yes,
with it. And
yeah.
then hopefully,
Jalen Polk or
somebody kind of
the other one,
Hopefully somebody
Baker.
takes a step
One
forward.
of them figures
Right,
it out.
right.
And
Yeah.
they say that those 2 have been working out with Drake May in New England right now, and
Yeah.
so that's a good sign. It's a step forward. I hope.
Jay Fields asked the question, isn't Vrabel bringing his GM from Tennessee in as well? I think it flows through him. He gets way more than Mayo ever could. I think you would hope it flows through Vrabel. I think that he's bringing his GM, but I think, like you just said, he's more of like an assistant role. I don't think that right now he's rocking the boat too much
I don't
with
think
Wolf.
Vrabel's going to take a backseat to anybody.
No,
So,
I think behind the scenes, he's not taking a back seat.
Right.
But I think Vrabel's polished enough that he knows in the
knows how to-
media
express
that
it.
he's going to be like, all right, I'm going to back off, let
Yeah,
Wolf
yeah.
take it, because that also works. Because if it's in the back room, it's Vrabel's,
yeah.
and in everyone's view is Wolf, Wolf
Right,
takes
right.
the fall.
Yes.
So,
He has the guy there to be the guy to take over the reins. It's very weird for Eliot Wolf.
yeah, 100%.
And Wolf is just hoping that everything Vrabel does works out.
right. So he gets
Because
to stick
then,
around.
he gets to stick around, maybe even gets a raise.
Right.
People start talking about, oh, you actually did a pretty
Maybe
good
he's
job
not
as
so
a
bad
GM.
after all.
Yeah.
I just don't see him like stepping up to Vrabel.
But it's funny, we could be saying that midway through next season. Be like, oh, maybe Eliot Wolf wasn't that bad. I mean,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
he got Austin Hooper, he got Gibson,
right.
Hopefully, anyways.
those guys wanted to trade
And
the
then
pick.
if some of these rookies kind of have a better year too, then you got to question, were they coached appropriately, right?
It's all about
Correct.
situational.
And that's always going to be
Yeah.
a question with last year's team,
Right.
any of them, because we said it at the end of the season. They probably win 2 or 3 more games last year with a different coaching staff.
Right. Yeah. Or if they started Drake May earlier, which I didn't want.
Right.
McDaniels will run the ball, and that will help.
Yeah. Now, aren't you also a football coach?
Yeah.
Okay. Thought so.
Yeah.
So we have an expert on the show.
Yeah. Do we have to pay him?
No.
Hopefully not. We'll give me some of Dave's cards.
Yeah.
Some of the hockey cards that nobody wants.
My high school football knowledge is going to really transition to the Patriots really well.
Do you run the wishbone?
No.
No. Okay.
Well, there are a lot of people out there who think because they coach a team on Madden that they have the skills to
handle
do
it.
It doesn't translate, my guy.
Yeah.
But you probably know more than Gerard Mayo.
Yeah, we're talking about Campbell later.
You know what?
Antonio Pierce, Mayo, perhaps.
I don't know. I do think it stinks that we're crapping on him so much, but he deserves every bit of it. He coached awful last year.
He got set up to fail, though.
Yeah, but you can have control of your locker room. He had rookies using social media 2-3 weeks into the season. He had no, team unit.
He got a B+, though.
Yeah.
Because he let the guys do all that.
Right.
But I just think the way that he also handled himself with flip-flopping every
it's a
week, with
disaster.
saying one thing and saying the next, and not having any self-awareness to be like, you know what, maybe I should just shut my mouth.
He's figuring it out as you go, and he was set up to fail from the start.
Yeah, but he could have built a culture there. It could have been better.
He didn't build any type of identity.
Nothing.
There was nothing
I don't
from
think he
the
knew how to.
start.
Is what I'm saying.
Well, that's part of the problem of bringing him in as a rookie coach when he had never coached as a defensive coordinator.
No, that's the thing.
He
That's what
didn't go through the levels to become
So
a
really,
head coach.
was he set up to fail? Because
he's relating as a player in that locker room,
But he
because
took-
he never went through the
took it.
process of getting to the head coach.
But the
spot.
reason at the end of the day, the reason he got this job is they knew that they had to give it to him because he put it into his contract.
Yeah.
So was he really set up to fail? I mean, this is what he wanted.
Well, they set him up to fail, though, because he didn't have to go through the bumps and the grinds to get there. He language-wise, he was giving it to him, right?
Okay.
And he's relating to the players as a player. He only knew the Patriot locker room. It's not like he was in Cleveland and Atlanta where he learned and felt other ways to do it.
But he
only figured it out that way.
He watched, Belichick for
It's
a long time and watched him how he handled his guys, and basically just said, I'm going to do the complete opposite. I'm going to be everyone's friend.
Yeah.
Because you see how that works out in the rest of the NFL.
It went really well for
That, that's how it works really well in the rest of the world, too.
Yeah.
When we're on a construction site, you got to be everyone's friend, right?
Yeah, that's how you really get people to do things for you.
But yeah, I wanted Vrabel last year. Here's the thing,
I
right?
think we all did.
I did, too, yeah.
I'm on record saying no, but I also didn't like Mayo. I mean,
Problem with Mayo is there's 31 other teams that would not have hired him.
I mean, I'm not the biggest guy in Vrabel's camp. I don't think he's the coach that's going to bring this team a championship, but I do think that he's better than Mayo. I would much rather have him better than Mayo, much rather have him more than Mayo.
You can
forget
you
however
can almost
I say that.
feel like his leadership already,
Yes.
right?
No
With
doubt.
Mayo, it was just erratic.
I feel like he could bring a championship to the city as long as the ownership is working with him. If they're going to fight him, like Tennessee fought him.
They still make
he didn't want to trade A.J. Brown. They didn't want to pay him.
Yeah, but
You trade him off. He's your best receiver. He's the only reason Ryan Tannehill had a job.
But again, the flip side to that is once A.J. Brown was gone, he did not change any part of his game plan. Like, he did nothing... and that's what bothers me with Vrabel. And then they lost with...
He was who he was and never adapted.
Right, 100%. There was
Maybe
no
he
change.
He didn't
also
have the
had
people
Travis.
to adapt.
Derrick Henry, you get downhill, run the ball, right? But anyways, Ryan Tannehill is your quarterback, and he went to an AFC Championship game. He deserves a shot again.
Yes, I don't disagree.
no.
And I think that he could get us there. I just... To me, the jury's still out if he can actually win it. That's all.
Many do.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. What?
Just reading
Excuse
some
me,
comments.
not many do with it.
I knew what you meant. Trust me, I speak wrong all the time
Yes.
on this show. So,
We're probably wrong, by the way.
Yeah, we already.
Lucky for us, Vrabel's not a coach from Belichick's tree.
Yeah.
Player, but he wasn't a coach. So I know people think that anyone who, coached under Belichick doesn't turn out to be a good coach in the league. And so far, yeah, that's been how it's gone. But Vrabel was a player, and he's always had a mind of his own. That's what got him traded out of here.
Brian Flores wasn't bad, right?
I thought Brian Flores was going to be a really good coach.
And then he had that raw deal with Miami.
He got screwed hard in Miami.
Look what he done in Minnesota last year as the defensive coordinator.
Yeah. I don't know if he's a head coach, but
until the end,
defensively.
Last game didn't go well.
Yeah, but defensively, he's had a great mind everywhere he's been. Head coach wise, I don't know, and he definitely didn't get a fair shake in Miami, and I think he was brought in there to lose so that they could get that top pick and then get rid of him.
Yeah,
right.
They were hoping he was going to be a Jared Mayo. Man,
yeah.
Really butchering.
Except,
it. Tough.
They ended up getting a top pick, and we didn't.
So another thing I heard today, nothing to do with the Patriots. Aaron Rodgers. So he's getting let go from the Giants. I mean, from the Jets.
From the Jets.
He personally reached out to the New York Giants about their quarterback position being
Of course
available.
he did. He probably got himself a nice place in New York, and he doesn't want
Real
to
estate
leave.
is tight, man.
But you don't hear that much, and I just like
A little bit of desperation. I don't think any team really wants him, right?
no, but I would
Nobody
love that.
wants
I would
him.
love it that if he actually went to the Giants and they actually won. Not won at all, but at least we're winning with Aaron Rodgers. I thought that would be, man, that's a nice little story for next year if that was able to happen.
I feel like he's all washed up. I don't think he's going to be
Is he trying
anything.
to?
I mean, I don't know if he's all washed up or it's just the New York Jets because no quarterback has been able to win.
No,
with
it's
that team.
true. It's tough for any pro athlete to sit out a year when they're 39, 40 years old and then come back and still be productive at the high level that they were before they missed a year, whether it's due to injury or choosing to sit out for a year. I mean, Le'Veon Bell sat out a year because he didn't want $17 million. And then he came back, and who remembers what he did when he came back?
He didn't do anything. Literally,
'cause he
absolutely
sucked.
nothing.
And he went to the Jets.
Yeah, he skipped the whole year of football and thought he was just going to walk right back in and be the, MVP of his team, and he sucked. And that ruined it. And Rodgers was obviously an injury, but he's 41 now? Come on. What's he got left?
Is he trying to posture himself against another? There's like one team maybe interested we don't know about, and he's trying to use the Giants to posture himself up for money.
He
or
just
something
wants
like
to rub it in the Jets' face to
I-
go to New York and
That's the
you
kind of
or
guy-
go to the Giants and try to win games there and look at the Jets and flip them off.
That's the kind of guy Rodgers is.
Yes, exactly.
100%.
So I could care less if Rodgers ever plays in the NFL again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all kind of done with his little...
I was waiting. Do you see the way he was winding up? I thought this was going to be an Aaron Rodgers, Joel Embiid rant.
Oh, okay. I apologize for cutting you off.
No,
It's
that's
too late
all right.
now.
That's already late.
That's all right.
You can hear a little bit in the chest, like it started to ramp up, and I'm like, oh, here we
My
go.
bad.
If he does go anywhere, any spot you think he would succeed at? Any team ready for him to kind of take in and be okay?
No,
No.
he's old.
I think the only
done.
magic would be the Giants because he would be playing to just prove the Jets wrong. And that could motivate a few games.
How about if Stafford leaves the Rams?
What were we just discussing before the show? I think him and Brady, right?
Yeah, perhaps.
So
And I've
Didn't they-
also heard Sean McVay say that, Stafford's his guy. He wants him there.
But he basically said to
So-
Stafford, go out and test the market.
Yeah.
And this is, with a quarterback, especially somebody who still has the skills that we've seen with Stafford, I don't know if that was the best idea. Because, you got somebody like Brady who's desperate for a quarterback, and they're going to overpay.
Stafford still got some shit to him.
So, I can see them overpaying for Matt Stafford, and that's going to bite the
But
Rams in the ass.
But the key word being McVay. Can
McVay is-
McVay turn
McVay
Rodgers
is very-
into whatever's left?
McVay is very confident in his ability to grab a quarterback in the draft and turn him into a star in the league. He's been great with quarterbacks.
I mean, they have Jimmy Garoppolo right now.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic.
He kind of likes him, is
But
the rumor.
if he really wanted to bring Rodgers in for a year and draft a kid this year, he's not going after a Shadur Sanders or a Cam Ward. Those aren't his guys.
Well, yeah, because he's not in the top of the draft.
Well, if he makes a move with someone and moves up, I mean, he wouldn't want either one of those. Those aren't his type of guys. He's probably looking. I don't even know where, because I don't know what other quarterbacks are even coming out. But later in the first round, maybe there's a kid that
you perked up like you knew a name.
I don't have any names.
Jackson Dart, Ole Miss.
This year is like rough for quarterbacks.
What's his name? Jackson Dart.
Dart, D-A-R-T.
Yeah, where's he out of?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, yes.
I kind of like that.
You know
I like
who's
that
got?
name.
He's the third quarterback, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you heard of?
Late first round pick?
Similar to the Denver guy last year.
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix rise. Kind of like a rise like that is the number.
Have you heard of Hendon Hooker?
I like the name.
He was like the third string quarterback on the Lions.
Yeah, Tennessee, right?
I think so. Yeah, he's supposedly got. I don't know. Aaron Glenn's talking about trying to trade for him to go with him.
He was
with
in
the
house
Jets.
with them for 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard good things about him, but I mean,
Well, coming into the draft, he tore his ACL, so that's why he fell off.
yeah. So
I mean, you're destined for success with the name Hendon Hooker.
Absolutely. Yeah.
especially if you're going to the Jets.
Could
Yeah.
his middle name please start with an H? Right? Triple H.
Triple H.
Oh, yeah. That would be great. All right. Let's keep it moving to Tony's favorite sport. Maybe we can
Pickleball.
get a spark over here. JD Martinez.
This is
This isn't really where I was going, but since you brought it
He's
up.
going to be a pro pickleball player, it sounds like.
Yeah.
I think the pickleball people, me, the four of us,
I'm a pickleball player.
you are now. We're going to have a very short shelf life, because as soon as these athletes retire and they stop playing pickleball,
It's going to phase us right out.
yeah, we're out.
So we got to jump on this
right now.
This spring.
Yeah, because we don't have much time left.
No.
Because I think people are really starting to get into it, and you're going to see pro athletes playing it. I saw
He's
Andre
leaving
Agassi.
baseball. Like, he's
Yeah.
not playing baseball
I
this
know,
year
I know.
to just strictly play pickleball.
Yeah, I can't play.
We're gonna have to start building.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to start building courts in our backyard
that's
so
the
that we
only
have
place
somewhere
we
to
can
play.
Yeah.
Leaving $60 million on the table to go play
Right.
pickleball. I don't
Mookie
blame
Betts
him.
plays pickleball.
Yes, but he's not leaving the Dodgers.
No, not yet. Not yet. So
Maybe after this year.
maybe.
Maybe after Martinez has that success.
Yeah, that'll be his doubles partner. They're
Who was the
reunited
other-
on the pickleball
There's another
court.
basketball player. Because wasn't pickleball just in the Olympics or something like that?
No.
There was some summer games that it was just in, and there was a former NBA player that was still young, and he decided to just play pickleball.
Yeah.
They made a big deal out of it over the summer. There was some.
I saw a video of the Celtics playing pickleball at practice. It was Tatum and Derek White versus Pritchard and Porzingis.
How they
Oh,
look.
I don't want to
I
see
would have fucking
Porzingis.
smoked all four of them. They weren't good. They weren't good. Yeah, I was thinking, like,
tell
this
me-
guy shouldn't be messing around with pickleball.
No.
He's an injury. He's a walking injury.
Wouldn't you? Oh,
Pritchard looked the best, but I would have beat all four of them.
but just think, all of a sudden, undisclosed, Porzingis not
challenge.
playing.
Pickleball injury.
Porzingis out again. Oh, he tweaked his knee, and then you find out it was on the pickleball court.
Yeah. There was videos all over Instagram.
Playing against Tony.
Yeah. Smoke him. Yeah.
Unicorn this, mother.
Yeah. Unicorn versus unicorn.
Oh, yeah.
I do need fun.
Sword fighting out there.
Yeah, yes.
All right. So what I was really going with it was with baseball, and Devers immediately rolling back his comments.
Yeah, and here's something that no one even talked about. He can't play third base right now anyways because he's injured. He can't throw. He's got a bad shoulder.
He had bad shoulders last year, though.
I know,
too.
and it's still lingering.
Yeah.
So he didn't have surgery. It didn't really heal. So why are you creating this chaos when you can't even take ground balls yet?
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, he quickly. I heard that. I go, oh, yep, that didn't take long.
Yeah.
I wonder who got in his ear, or he just saw. All he had to do is see one reel of himself going, no.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it'd be like-
a child.
Oh.
Or you watch Bregman at third base and you're like, "Ooh, this guy looks really good."
Yeah, but that's my next topic.
Yeah,
It's all
he
Bregman
looks
looking good.
Bregman's just a natural baseball player. Everything he does is very smooth. He looks good at the plate right now. But I think Red Sox fans are going to love seeing him at third base because he just looks very natural there. And we haven't seen a third baseman like that in quite a while.
We haven't had just a player overall like that. Just the way that he carries himself.
Yeah.
There's a lot of antics, whether you love it or hate it, on this team with the youngness out there. And I think that he's going to bring that stability because he's not like that.
No. He's a real clubhouse guy, a real leader. And like you said, I don't think they've really had that in a long time.
No.
And I think that's why Cora wanted him so bad, because he knew he had a young team and maybe like a
Someone to look up to.
bratty team and someone to kind of help coach these, not coach them, but kind of help keep them in line.
Yes.
Because Cassis, what he did 2 months from now, he won't be making those comments because Bregman will call him out.
Yep. 100%.
Same thing with Devers.
Yep. Especially if this team is winning.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Which I think they're going to win. I think they're going to be pretty good.
Well, barring injury, because Crochet, I mean, I saw a little bit of the spring training the other night when he went the. I'm like, wow. But I didn't realize. I know everyone says he's a big boy, and I know we've talked about it. But once you now you're seeing him out there in your team's uniform, and you're like, oh wow, this is a solid.
He looks like
big,
a pro wrestler.
Yeah,
he's like a 6'6" man.
Yeah, not like Chris Sale.
No. It was funny. I was talking to my brother earlier, and he was comparing him to Sale. I'm like, no. He's probably got about 40 pounds on Sale. Yeah. He's a big boy.
You even see it.
Yeah, and he's all tatted up.
Figure.
Yeah. Sale looks very frail.
Yeah.
Garrett Crochet does not.
No.
You know.
We have a nice big pitching staff. We really do. If you look down the line, there's
nice and meaty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thick.
Just the way we like them.
horsepower.
If Devers goes to DH, we have a thick DH too.
Not the way we like them.
Yeah. Is that what I'm similar to you with wrestling.
Yeah.
I'm way out of the Red Sox. Is Devers going to DH? Is the rumor? Or
yes,
okay.
He has.
No, he can't play the outfield. He's very out of shape.
He can't play anywhere in the field.
Yeah, maybe first, maybe.
And
they got a first baseman by the name of Tristan Cassis,
which he might be talking himself right out of town.
Yeah,
which,
hopefully, get him out of here. I did see an interview with Bregman, and he talked about the three young guys in Mayer, Campbell, and Roman Anthony. And he was raving about them. He's like, I like these guys. They all seem very mature. They love the game of baseball.
Oh, sorry.
And,
how did that go back up?
I think Bregman's just a true leader. Like, for him to come out and say that, meanwhile, you got Cassis saying none of them should be on the Major League roster. I'm like, dude, what are you doing here?
Who are you?
Who are you to say that?
I mean, you've played some decent baseball, but you know,
he batted .241 last year with 11 homers. He shouldn't be saying anything.
Right, and he missed a lot of time.
That's not good.
You know, you're shut up, kid.
Yeah, and he did say in that same interview, he said, I know I've shown flashes of greatness. I'm like, dude, who the hell are you to be saying that?
Yeah.
Which flashes?
Well, the 6 home runs were deep.
Yes. He had 3 in one game, and I think he's living off that one game.
His greatness hit a peak when he said he was rooting against the Celtics in the championship.
Oh, what a dick.
So, last week, you made some Soto and Mets comments, and I made a reel. I don't think you watched it because you don't follow the TikTok or the YouTube channel. But a lot of hate with your comments
about Soto.
No, about you and your comments.
Okay, I think they're accurate.
So I just want to give you a chance here because a lot of these guys were saying, have you never heard of Vinitos or Alvarez? Because you said the 6 through 9 is pretty weak.
Vientos and Alvarez. Alvarez batted about .230 last year. Vientos has a tendency to overswing. He's going to be he had a great year last year, but he is not what he was last year. He might not even have the third base job. Well, he is going to start with a third base job. They're talking about moving him over to first, playing Brett Beatty at third. Wow. Yeah, I think he had a good playoff run, but he is not superstar material, which people think he is. And Alvarez, a power hitter that bats about .230.
What about Marte and Nemo?
Marte's so freaking old. He's hurt again. He's hurt all the time. Marte played on the... Oh, God, how many teams? He's played on the Pirates. He's played on the Marlins. He's like 36 years old. He's a speed guy that is pretty good, but he's always hurt. So Marte is going to play right field until he gets hurt. Nemo is going to play left, and they got Jose Siri, who batted 9th for Tampa Bay, playing center field.
So could you direct a segment to the Mets fans that say that you know absolutely nothing about Mets baseball?
You got Jeff McNeil at second, who's seen better days, much better days. I feel like your lineup goes Francisco Lindor, Juan Soto, Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso batting third. I don't like it. He's a .240 hitter. I don't like him batting third. I would rather see Juan Soto get better protection. I wanted another guy to move Alonso down in the lineup. So it's going to go Lindor, Soto, Pete Alonso, and then a huge drop-off. Pete Alonso, in the playoffs last year, they had to move him down to 7th in the lineup because he couldn't hit anything, and then miraculously he hit a an opposite field homer off Devin Williams on a changeup. I think Devin Williams was tipping pitches.
And then everybody forgets because of that home run.
Yeah, he was struggling. He was struggling. The Mets were talking about not playing him. You know?
Right.
So they can say I don't know baseball.
Podcasts on for everyone, so maybe we should just sell all our equipment and find something else to do.
Yeah. So,
Do you know a place?
I was just reading one of the comments that Mike was looking at.
If you want to talk baseball, we can talk baseball. You're going to lose. Sorry.
These Mets fans are not happy. They how do you say his last name again? Vinitos?
Mark Vientos. Mark Vientos I like. I'd rather see Mark Vientos batting sixth. He's probably going to bat fourth. It's kind of like Trevor Story. You hate Trevor Story. If Trevor Story's batting seventh, you don't hate Trevor Story.
Right.
When he's batting third, you kind of hate Trevor Story.
Right.
I think Mark Vientos is solid. I don't think he's great. I think people expect him to be great.
Yes. Take that, Mets fans.
What were they angry about? What was I saying?
You were talking about how Juan Soto, basically everything was, I think, spot on. You were saying how they needed another bat because they were going to be able to pitch around and walk
absolutely.
Soto.
Why would you pitch to him?
The Mets hitters 6 through 9 leave something to be desired for.
Yeah, you're going to go. It's going to be Jose Siri, who batted ninth for the Tampa Bay Rays, playing in center field. He's going to bat ninth for us. Jeff McNeil's going to be down there. He's washed up. It's going to be a disaster. It's going to be a disaster.
Got them all fired up.
Can I get a Mets prediction out of you?
Now, he is a real Mets fan.
Yeah, Frankie Montas is hurt. Sean Manaea is hurt. They got one legit starter in Kodai Senga. I think when you have Francisco Lindor, he's like a winner. So they're going to find ways to win games. I think they're going to win 88 games. But I don't think they're a great team. But they might be the team in the playoffs that you don't want to play because they have Francisco Lindor, and he kind of carried them through the playoffs last year, and Juan Soto. Pete Alonso needs to have a big year. He needs to have a big year. So I'm going to say 88 wins. Division's tough. Braves are good. Philadelphia Phillies are good. 88 wins.
Okay. That's one less than what I think the Red Sox are going to have.
I think the Red Sox are going to be right around there. Maybe a little bit more. I think the Red Sox are going to be good.
Okay. All right. That was good, Tony. Thanks for sticking up for the show.
Yeah. I don't know what they were upset about. I think I said Juan Soto's a dickhead, which I truly believe.
No, you didn't say that at all on this reel.
Okay.
No, you just said having him bat at second was a terrible move.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I just don't know where I would bat him because you're not very deep. You're not very good. If Starling Marte is healthy, I'd be okay with Lindor 1, Marte 2, Soto 3, just to spread the lineup. But Marte's never healthy. Yeah. Never healthy. He's jacked, good-looking guy, never healthy.
All right.
That
was good. That worked perfectly.
Yeah. That's what they wanted.
I think you have your new reel.
Yeah. I just don't understand the hatred. I don't know how people can argue that.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We can pull up the numbers from Alvarez batting 220.
Oh, people are. What you need to do is create a TikTok or use Kerry's or somebody's just to go look at it, especially this reel because it's really to you in your Mets baseball knowledge. Trust me, people were throwing out numbers, and I'm like, I can't really respond to this because I
don't care enough.
I don't care enough about
that. And truth be told, neither do I. Whether the Mets win 88 or 78, my life doesn't change much, to be honest.
All right. Boston Celtics, 6 straight wins. Finally playing defense.
Yeah. So that's 10 out of 11.
Yeah.
And they have some important games coming up. Kind of important. Not really important, but important for them to kind of like show people where the alpha's here. I think they got Denver, Cleveland, and New York coming up again.
So we have Pistons next, which is a scary
Trap
good
game.
team.
Trap game.
Big time. And this is, to me, I would rather see them come out and dominate this up-and-coming Pistons team. I think I would take a lot more out of it because this Pistons team is playing hard. Cade Cunningham, the rest of these guys are all bought in.
Yeah.
They're going to come at these Celtics.
Yeah.
A big win against this Pistons team is going to be more to me right now than us beating Cleveland
I
in
think
2 games.
Those are typically the games we lose,
right?
We've done that over the past few years.
Like, I'm not worried about Cleveland. I think we can beat Cleveland. I've kind of seen how Cleveland has played this year, and when the Celtics are actually playing defense, we got Cleveland all day.
Yep.
I want to see them come together as a team and their 3-pointers not dropping and them just suffocating this Pistons team, kind of showing them, listen, guys, it's not. Get
Yeah,
out of
you're
here.
nothing.
Get out of
You're
here.
nothing.
You're nothing. You're still the Pistons.
Yeah.
I feel like that, like, maybe they're listening to us. They just don't want to give us credit for it. 'Cause-
Yeah, Derek White follows us.
Yes.
yeah.
Actually,
I'm sure-
no, I'm sorry. That was Dennis White.
I'm
I
sure
get
the
them
whole
confused.
team is
They look
following
alike.
us. I mean, we've been calling them out for weeks about how the effort just isn't there. It's like you just don't really care
Right.
about regular season
But they're
games.
starting to ramp it up, though.
That's right.
Yeah.
That Knicks game the other day, I know we let that big lead get away, which is just typical Celtics fashion, but they buckled down on defense. They
Yeah.
all of a sudden, and then immediately that offense, which it always is generated.
Yeah.
And they came back and beat them up. That Philly game the other day, just defensively, we looked great. They are just...
And
they're
we had a
doing it.
game against the Cavs, too, where we went into Cleveland recently and kind of just manhandled them, right?
Yeah.
Kind of controlled the whole game. So, yeah, they're playing pretty well.
Yep, that's what we
Playing
need.
pretty well.
They're fun. Even when they blew that lead, I'm just like, we just need. Just show me something,
But
guys.
that's almost
And
the
they
NBA,
did.
though, right? Every
Yeah.
team goes up 20. That's the NBA for
Yeah.
you. So,
But just that they stopped it.
Yeah.
They stopped it defensively.
Yeah.
Which was good.
right. Well, they should be better than they were last year because Peyton Pritchard's better.
Yeah.
Cornette, I feel, is playing better.
Cornette's playing
Pretty well.
He's out personal reasons right now, but he's been playing great.
Cada has been helping them out.
But the thing about Luke Cornette, everyone forgets when he played with the Knicks. Cornette's a good player.
Yeah.
Cornette can handle it. We just don't use him the way they
Yeah.
did back with the Knicks. He used to be a spot shooter.
Yeah, he can
that
shoot.
he could dribble and take
Yeah.
it to the lane. Like Cornette has some skill.
And he gives you all-out effort all the time.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I thought you
No
were
doubt.
coming more.
Gwen Stefani, no doubt. Yeah.
BANANAS. This shit is bananas.
Yes, no doubt.
I'm just taking it all
Oh
in.
my goodness.
I don't want to come across as a green teamer.
What was going on here?
Yeah, you
tonight?
don't want a real dedicated to you. Jimmy Butler and Golden State Warriors. Look,
Yeah, you knew this was going to happen.
I know, but I didn't think they would gel this well together. And I guess
Yeah.
we only got to play one Western Conference team in a 7-game series, and I hope it's not Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, playoff Butler.
Yeah, and
Scary.
not just playoff Butler, playoff Curry.
Curry, yeah. Well, Curry's
You know?
going to give you that, but now they got Butler. too.
But it's Butler with a new team. It seems like he does well with a new team,
Yeah,
and then things crumble after a period of time. So I figured he was going to go there and be great. Shut his mouth and do his job.
I saw something where he was the tallest guy in the court for them for the longest stretch. That's got to be a problem come playoffs.
do you have your water?
I was going to say, it sounds like that Kennedy guy. That Kennedy guy with no voice. Yeah. Are you vaccinated? Probably not.
It could be hour 3 for us.
Yeah,
Yes,
you're
okay,
right.
that too.
But yeah, I think that was the other day when they were playing on Saturday night.
And would they have
Or-
Draymond Green?
on
at the
Sunday
five?
afternoon. Yeah, no, I don't even think Draymond Green was out there at one point,
Okay.
but Jimmy Butler stuck out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
You know, and not in a bad way, just height wise and play wise. You're like, oh man, but it's a great when Steph Curry sits down and you can just rely on Butler in that
Yeah,
second
yeah.
unit.
Someone to run something through.
Yeah, ooh, that makes them a scary team. And
Yep.
if I was in the Western Conference, if I was the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Oklahoma City Thunder, I would be like, you're on notice.
And you know what? The Lakers now with Luka and LeBron.
Yeah.
I mean, so the Western Conference got better.
Yeah, they're playing, and the Lakers have been playing decent all year.
Bron's
So
having a great year.
They're playing team basketball,
Yeah.
and it's
Well, you got
huge.
2 facilitators.
But even before they
Right,
were playing
right.
team
Yeah.
basketball, so letting Kincaid kind of show it and let Austin Reeves kind of do their thing, and man,
And then it kind of preserves LeBron for the
Yeah,
playoffs.
LeBron needed another star on his team.
I mean,
He doesn't win without him.
yeah, I can't argue with that
I
one.
mean, he's got to team up with someone great.
Yeah, well, he had Davis.
Why not Luka?
He
Yeah,
had
but
Davis, but this
yeah,
gets
what-
the ball out of LeBron's hands a little bit, so it kind
I've
of.
never been a big fan of Davis, though.
Keith chimes in. They were playing the Mavs the other day, and all 4 Mavs centers were out. Did you see Did you watch any of that game at
No.
all? But at one point they panned to the bench, and all their centers were sitting a row behind. Just the height of these guys.
Yeah, they're huge.
Not on the
They're huge.
court.
Yeah. But they're not going to make the playoffs, right? Dallas?
They'll be playing probably.
Yeah, they could do a play-in. I mean,
Yeah.
they have
What,
enough
what a
talent.
terrible trade that's going to be if they don't make. Because they're saying,
Davis getting hurt's freaking kills him.
Huge, yeah.
Kills
But
him.
I guess we all knew that.
yeah.
When doesn't he get hurt?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and Keith also obviously you didn't see it, but yeah, you have the picture out there of Luka staring down the Mavs GM.
Awesome.
Yeah. I don't know if he was really staring that down. I just think that the way they got that
angles
camera,
worked out.
the angles, I don't think Luka. I mean, yes, I know he was pissed, but I just think better of Luka. I don't think he's that petty to be like,
Maybe.
I don't
What if he's
know.
upset.
But he's just such the pedigree behind this kid. He's been playing since 15 years old.
Yeah.
Like, he's not an Anthony Davis type. Like, he's not like one of these entitled brats.
This is the first time someone ever got rid of him.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
Because if he left because he wanted to,
And
someone got rid of
he
him.
just bought a house.
Just bought a house.
And they traded him right
They traded
after.
him. He liked it there.
I mean,
he loved the fans.
it's gotta
It's
burn a little
bit.
It's got to burn a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it does.
Shot to the ego.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
We don't want you here. He's never heard that before.
No.
No. And
Yeah, so maybe.
I can't imagine being the one to tell him we don't want you here.
I don't
He's that
think
apprentice that never got laid off before.
right?
Yeah.
Right?
And when it happens, just hurt. Not realizing that's how the world works.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, we're getting close to the end of the show, Dave. Which actually times out because there's not a lot of Bruins to talk about. I mean, they just lost two overtime games.
Yeah, I thought we were just
Right
going to
off
go
the
straight
break.
into Ovechkin, but
Yeah,
mean-
Ovechkin, 13 goals away.
and he's on a tear. A hat trick the other night. I know one's an empty netter, but I was talking to someone who's a Ovechkin fan, and they're like, he doesn't look the same, and I'm like, well, he's 39. I mean, he's not going to be the same, but if you can put him out there on power plays and just give him some ice time here and there, he's going to score goals. He's got the best shot ever.
He doesn't look the same, but he looks like he's just the game's still in slow motion for him. Like he's always seems to be in. I mean, he obviously through his whole career he was in the right position, but right now it's just like you watch him move around on the ice, and I get it. It's all that age and experience, but he's just there.
He's smarter.
Yeah.
He positions himself exactly where he needs to be, and he knows how to hit the net from every spot on the ice.
Yeah.
And that's something that you don't teach people. They have to work at that. And he's been fantastic. But he also looks like he wants this record this year, because I don't think he wants to play next year.
No, and he missed a month. Don't forget.
Right.
Will he get it?
He's slated to break it if he keeps
Beginning
up
of April.
this pace of play. The beginning of April.
And the season ends April
April 12th, I think, is the last game.
And this
So-
is before he scored. And now that was when he was 14 goals away. Now he's 13 goals away. So he could still break it at the end of the month, which would be awesome if he could keep this up.
Yeah, I'd love to see it get done this year, because I feel for the guy. He doesn't want to. He's going to go into the playoffs with this team. They're a fantastic team this year. Probably make a deep run.
Yeah.
He might even have a chance at a cup.
Yeah, 100%.
And then if he gets this record and can win a Stanley Cup, I mean,
He's definitely
you're
not
done.
coming back.
Yeah.
100% right off to the
End it
sunset.
right
Better way
there.
to go out than that.
You're right. There's not a better way to go out if you are in any sports, to go out crushing the record with the championship, sail out.
So can we talk a little bit about our team and the lack of a GM?
Dave, we have 7 minutes, and I want to get to
All right.
Brady Kachuk's
Can we
comments.
just do it quick?
Go ahead.
So everyone who has any trade value on this team is getting hurt before Sweeney can trade any of them. Frederick went down last night, didn't come back. Lindholm done for the season.
6
Not that
minutes.
he really has much. Not that he
6
has
minutes.
much. He's not very valuable, but you're running out of resources here to trade. And I mean, this team is just horrible. They were up 3-0 last night, and they lose.
Completely melted down.
And
and blew
the effort
game.
is just like, it's just not there.
No, we had a few spikes this season where we were like, okay, all right, here we
Yeah,
go. We're
maybe.
turning it around, and now
No.
it's dead.
No, they suck.
That's it. Did you see Brady Kachuk's comments the other day about Hughes not playing?
No, I didn't know.
So, Quentin Hughes, right? Mm-hmm. He was the guy that was going to take McAvoy's spot in this Four Nations.
All right.
So Brady Kachuk is basically saying there was collusion involved because he couldn't clear fast enough. And he says it's because he plays for Vancouver, and Vancouver held him up. So he couldn't get to play. He couldn't get to play for USA.
Oh,
And Quinn Hughes is a talent that's comparable to Makar on Canada, so it would have been huge for the U.S. to have him. He should have been there from the beginning. I don't know how he didn't get picked for the original lineup, but that would have been a game changer to have him in there. Look at what Canada did once Makar got back from injury. That was a different team.
Yeah.
So this U.S. team, Brady Tkachuk was fighting the flu. Matthew Tkachuk shouldn't have been playing, and Charlie McAvoy gets hurt on a cheap shot, and he was your best defenseman. He shut down Connor McDavid their first time around. So maybe next year in the Olympics, the U.S. can, if they're healthy, can pull something off against Canada, but it's still Canada's game.
I just like the fact that he put everything together and was like, Vancouver, you purposely held Hughes back so he couldn't make it in time to play against Canada and hopefully beat Canada.
Yeah.
I like that theory. I like the fact that Brady came right out and said it, didn't hold it back, no punches.
No, I love
Vancouver
Brady.
was maybe like, McAvoy just got hurt. We don't need our players getting hurt. We don't really want our players. I can't imagine the teams like their players playing in these games.
I think it was all of that. I do.
Yeah.
You know? So, and I just like the fact that, the Canada USA aspect. Give a little something to it.
Yeah, like it.
So,
Bring Brady to Boston.
yeah, would love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, hey, thanks, Ryan, for sticking around.
Nice job.
It was fun. All right, guys, on Friday night, you'll see a YouTube and Spotify, iTunes, whatever, exclusive. We have the three of us did a little wrestling setup for the Elimination Chamber this weekend, and it was pretty awesome. I enjoyed it, know? So check that out, all right? And hold on, let me get the...
All right, check you later.
Bye.